You know what? I feel like he has a special knack for just being able to articulate certain things about music or life or whatever. Like when you hear I just have seen interviews where he's just talking and it's like, man, I could have said it better if I tried. Like, Jesus, like the way and I know exactly what part you're talking about in the Ken Burns thing.
Yeah.
Have you heard his new record? I haven't heard all of it. Well, I guess it's not really new anymore, but I guess he released it. I can't remember what it's called.
Since during the pandemic?
Yeah.
I have not
think
heard it
so.
yet.
I haven't listened to the whole thing. I needed to listen to it again. I keep forgetting. It's like a whole story though. There's and you can find during the pandemic he's sitting there talking about the new record and just I don't know, it's I need to listen to it again because I haven't been able to sit down all at once and just because it's like a whole movement kind of thing. But yeah, I gotta remind me we gotta listen to that. But yeah, anyways, Wynton, he has a certain way of describing things that's he just gets to the point, or he has a knack for that.
He's I think he's probably the greatest living jazz musician that we have right now in terms of not just his playing, but compositionally, the way he understands it, the way he's able to talk about it and articulate it, his understanding of the history of it, geographically where he's coming from. Right. I mean, it's all there. And we're so blessed that we live in a time when he's available. He's available
for sure.
I would agree. And I have an incredible amount of respect. And that being said, for all the amazing legendary jazz musicians that I've been fortunate to have met, and even the few that I've been able to play with and share the bandstand with, I've never had a chance to meet Wynton Marsalis.
That would be great.
Yeah, I it will happen, I'm sure. I'm putting that out there in the universe.
Hey, Wynn, call this guy, all right? Hey, call me too. Come on the podcast. Let's go, baby. Come on.
That would be
that would be unreal. I would probably be panicking. I don't even know where I would start. Jesus. I don't even know what that's just I would have pure terror going into that. That'd be fun.
That would be, so here's an interesting question. So if you could sit down with Wynton Marsalis and you had one question you could ask, or one topic that you wanted to discuss with him, what would it be? I think for me it would be what we were just talking about. I would want to understand from his perspective, talk about all the elements that were in place that gave birth to this art form.
I think that's kind of what I was gonna. It's kind of I was gonna kind of piggyback off of the what we were talking about, like you're saying, of just because it's not like I would ask him oh, what chord do you play on this, or kind of what you're saying, or how do I play a high? What it's like.
Right.
I don't really.
Hey man, what Monet mouthpiece were you playing on this album?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like for me it would be more of a conceptual thing of just what can you say about this music and where it comes from and how we can preserve it and how we can add to it and the modern era and just I don't know, it would just be good to get someone like that, an insight from someone like that mind that's just have traveled from that era to where his era that overlapped, and then now we're into this new era of the modern, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
it was. I mean, I think that's the thing that it's hard to put into words. It's hard to it's this. It's a 2-5-1 going. No one cares. Yeah,
right.
Well, okay, cool, but I think that would be interesting, man. I don't know, and for someone like him, he would just the way he must articulate that, and just I'm sure he's thought about that stuff hard. I don't know. Who knows? I'm gonna go down a Wynton rabbit hole now on YouTube.
Yeah, as I've done many times and spent many hours before. Yeah, there was something that he posted right at the beginning of the pandemic where he was doing a thing for kids. And I think it was through Lincoln Center, but it was done at his pad. Mm-hmm. And he's sitting down at the piano, and he's just talking about you got to check this out. He's just talking about what is the blues?
Okay.
And he's starting to play.
Oh,
and he's
you're
talking
gonna
about
get me to start ranting. All right, keep going.
And man, it is some deep.
Okay,
deep
I'm gonna
shit.
find it. because
and there's one quote in there that I'm gonna pull that has stuck with me. He said, a good melody is worth 1,000 chord scales.
Okay.
And that goes back to, what is improvisation? What is beautiful, perfect improvisation? It's composition.
Mm-hmm.
A good melody is worth 1,000 chord scales, or something to that effect.
Okay.
I might be paraphrasing, but basically you can sit and play through all the chord scales and the Jamie Aebersold.
But the one good melody is worth all those.
Scale syllabus. But if you can come up with a beautiful melody that maybe hits those target notes, but is an actual melody, man, that's what he is like the master of that.
Yeah, for sure.
He's taken that tradition and just like,
yeah.
So yeah, you got to check that out, man. It's deep.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm going to have to find that one. All right, if you liked the video, please go ahead and subscribe and hit the like button. A lot of my viewers are not subscribed to the channel, so I always get people asking me what's the best way to support Electric Louie Land. And to be honest, the best way is to go and subscribe to the YouTube channel. So do that and share a video and tell your friends. So thank you guys for watching.